Howdy there, folks. If you've tuned in, I assume the stream is going. I haven't got my laptop in front of me because I'm a little bit, I don't know, what's the phrase? Tardy this morning. I'm still pre coffee and pre-shower like yesterday, although I'm in a slightly better mood than yesterday. And I have slept properly, I believe. I am under the belief that I've slept properly, and I do feel that way. Although I am waiting for some deliveries, so I don't know whether to go for a shower. So do I sit here till 9 p.m. waiting for that or what? Because one did just arrive, and there's another one due today. So I'm just like, oh god, because I was about to go for my shower just when that one guy turned up, and it wasn't the one. Basically my Nintendo Switches are open today. I was like, and it's the Mario Kart 8 bundle. So I was like, well, so Sod's Law, of course, the fucking game arrives first. So I was expecting a big box, and he just handed me a slip of a thing. And I was like, I'm guessing this isn't my video game console. So yeah, God knows when the next when the main event is going to arrive. But I really don't want to miss that, especially after paying for a next day delivery, because I'm refusing to sign up to Prime. Not for any reason, I just don't want to. Well, yeah, okay, because it's like a loyalty card. Basically, it locks you into using them, and you know, I just I don't feel bad for all the other retailers. So I will pay. I don't know what's the phrase. Cutting my nose off to spite my face by having to pay extra for extra shipping. That's fine. I don't mind. Whatever gets you through the day. That doesn't really work, but I said it, so it's a thing that happened. That's the best I can say about that. It is morning still. There, I mean, I don't know what to put in the description for this video because I feel very uncreative coming up with things to write for a live stream. Like, is this still the morning? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, so my beer arrived, which was amazing because I ordered that arrived within oh my god, under 24 hours, which is amazing. I ordered a case of cans of real ale from this independent brewery down in London, and it arrived today around 8 o'clock. And that was like midday, about midday I ordered that, so that's pretty amazing. So guess what I'm doing tonight? That's why I'm keen to get dressed, because I want to start early. I'm an afternoon drinker. None of this after dark crap. That's when bad things happen. I like drinking during the day. Morning drinking for the win. Yeah, that's what's bothering me about this. All the sort of rules about pubs and things opening is because my regular pub doesn't open until 3 in the afternoon. It's I usually turn up at 11:30 and have my breakfast, my liquid breakfast in the pub. It's like, oh, can't even do that. So I'm not. I don't know. What can you do? It's a hard life being an alcoholic, but hey, at least I haven't got a job to fuck up anymore. Oh, there we go. I'm using you as free psychiatry if you haven't figured it out yet. Gotta work through your issues by talking about them and being honest about them. Alright, now I'm getting killed by bubble things. weird bubble things in a black and white video game. That's my problem. I'm talking to you here about today sort of thing. Right. Get you. Oop. Yay. I ordered a takeaway last night. I wasn't that hungry actually. I was just like, I was convinced I had to order a takeaway. Sometimes I get it in my bonds that I have to order one, or the world will end. Like it's like almost like OCD binge eating. I just like. So yeah, I went to one. I think I ordered them from them before, but not for a while. And they're good. The pickle tray's crap, and that's. To be honest with you, that's usually a letdown. It's like, these aren't really pickles. There's one pickle, there's the lime pickle. The rest of them aren't really pickles. I don't think you should really be calling this a pickle tray. It's more of a crappy kind of dip. It's a crappy dip tray. Crappy dip tray. New band name, I called it. And the main event was kind of I was very decadent and had the rice I had with the curry was a biryani, so I spurged on a biryani because I love rice and I love lots of rice. So it was like that. So if I ordered like 2 things of rice to have with my thing, it would have been like just a couple of quid under the cost of a biryani. And I was like, oh, I should just order a biryani, just have extra meat, chicken in the dish, and lamb in the biryani. Just fucking knock that out, knock this shit up to 11. But I think I won't do that anymore because the biryani was a bit overpowering. But I got a couple of more dishes. I usually like order enough for a couple of days, few days. So I'm just going to have the next lot with just plain boiled basmati rice that I've done myself. I was going to do that actually, but just yesterday anyway. It's like boil the rice while I'm having me quote unquote pickle tray. But I was like, I'm a little paranoid. I was like, what if they ask why haven't I ordered any rice? They like question me about it, and then I have to tell them, and they make me feel bad about not ordering rice. I put on the takeaway owners ban list for making my own rice to go with my curry. I'm sure they love the guys, and they genuinely do not give a flying fuck. They got shit to do. They've got all sorts of crap to be delivering. They're not going to be thinking about each and everything. Oh God, what am I doing? What is wrong with me? I'm going crazy. Oh, I should be thinking about curries. I should be thinking about stuff. Actually, put all because I ordered a few starters as well, and I put all the salad into a bowl and put it stuck in the fridge with the intention of eating it sort of like later, but it's still there, so I think I bin that. It's pretty gross this morning. I don't know. Ooh, should we pick up that? There we go. Got a couple of extra charge out of that. No, don't kill me. Oh God, I had a really good hand, and I lost all that. I hate it when they keep up the things after you've died, like they're mocking you. Oh yeah, so basically, if they arrive and while I'm doing this, you'll hear my buzzer, and I'll have to rush off for a minute. So. If you're lucky, I'll forget to turn my bike off and you'll hear me awkwardly dealing with a delivery person. If I'm lucky, I'll remember, and so I'll have some privacy while embarrassing myself and attempting to flirt with a much younger guy, which is usually disastrous. I haven't really got my horny housewife shtick down yet. Trying so I can hear, because I can actually hear them typing in the numbers downstairs into the intercom buzzer thing, because it's so loud. I could hear it. Like this morning, I was out of bed with my t-shirt and shorts on before, like, but it rang because I could hear it. Although sometimes people prop the door open downstairs so they come straight up, but I think it's shut at the moment. I had to let my neighbour in last night because he got locked out again. It's probably about the 5th time he's done that, and he gets, because he's got I don't know what his issues is, but he's got a very short temper, and he tends to like smashes his own flat up sometimes. I think over video games, I think he's got a very similar life to me, basically. And he's pretty scary when he loses his temper or something. But I could hear him trying to kick the door in last night and pressing buttons, and usually you'd like, I don't know, most people I suppose would ignore it, but if it was anybody else I'd call the police, but I could tell it was him, because it was his sort of behaviour. And he has a very distinctive way of saying the F word, and so I know instantly that it's him. I could hear one of his F words for miles. So I just like climbed up to the bathroom window, and I was like, "Call me," and he was like, and I had to let him twice because he accidentally let the door drop before he got in. So I let him twice. So he owes me. It'll happen to me one day. I don't mind doing that because it's fucking hell. It's it's just one of those things that's going to happen to you. I'm sure my door fob will fall off my keychain when I'm out someday, and I'll have to. Well, my friend in town has got my spare keys, so if that happens, all I need really is my phone on me, or enough to get a taxi. But and the amount to get a taxi. But I'll probably give it a go first to see if he's in. He's usually up and down the stairs like a, I don't know what description, I don't know, analogy, or I don't know, metaphor to use. But he's got a mate who lives around the corner, so he's up and down the stairs all fucking days. It's just insane. It's like I'm tempted to buy him just buy him a phone. Can you just call your mate instead of just like going up and down the stairs noisily all day? Just buy him a brick and with a stick £100 on there or something. We'll probably sell it for drugs. And she definitely smokes because I smell it in the corridor, in the stairwell constantly. I'm not brave enough to ask to buy some off him yet, because I just get the feeling those kind of friends you can those kind of acquaintances you can do without in life. I'm sure that would complicate life a lot. Oh, pussy as well. I don't like talking to people. That's a big problem. Otherwise, when I get super drunk, I might actually go out and say hi to him and stuff, because I'm drunk. What everyone likes is a drunk middle-aged guy staggering down into the stairwell to try to attempt to hit on you. Oh Jesus! I don't think I've done it. I know I've thought about it a couple of times, but I'm just like, don't you dare. I'll have one day. I'll wake up and oh Jesus, what did I say? Oh, whatever. For anybody judging me, you try it. Haven't you? You'll be in that place one day when you get that desperate. Ah, oh, dear. What is it all about, folks? What is it all about? Ooh, gotcha. Not desperate, just bored. Just bored. No, I'm not any dating apps or anything, really. I'm just quite happy just with myself, really. After not long coming out of an 8-year relationship, I'm fine by myself for a while. Relationships are spendy. Jesus Christ. Yes, it costs you a lot. I'd say not long coming out of that relationship, that was like 4 years ago, so I'm going to bitch and moan about it, because we're still friends, so, which is pretty cool. Oh, there we go, right. Pew pew pew, gotcha. I'm trying to think what to watch, actually, once I do finally get my shit together and crack some brewskis open, as they say in the United States of Americas. What douchebags do. Oh no, not American. It's sort of more of an Australian thing, isn't it, brewski? Well, we believe it is. It's a one of those stereotypical stereotype phrases. Stereotypical or stereotype? Try to think what to watch. I've got my list of literally have a list of things to watch when I'm pissed, because they're fun things to watch. I fancy some documentaries, actually. I may try some documentary on Netflix. Watching documentaries drunk is one of the most fun things you can ever do. I can't recommend it enough. Well, fun documentaries, don't watch anything too dark, because obviously you get emotional when you're drunk. Well, especially because I like either creative documentaries or LGBT documentaries, but I wouldn't recommend the one about Divine, because that's sad. Even though there's a lot of fun stuff in there, it kind of does get you quite, or does get me a bit down. Because obviously Glenn, what was his name? Glenn, I can't remember his full name. Died quite relatively young, so it's all very tragic. And basically the whole documentary's got that's that's the phrase I'm looking for. Casts a shadow over the whole documentary as you're watching, even though you're not thinking about it. You're like, this guy's dead, and it's really sad. But yeah, there's that Circus of Books documentary on Netflix. That's how that. I was going to look up more before I watched it, because I have like barely any knowledge of the subject matter, so I think it's about a LGBT bookstore in Los Angeles, I think, and that's why I should probably look into it. I actually got some DVDs, some documentary DVDs that I still haven't watched. I ordered like a bunch of years ago, and I still haven't watched them. There we go. Yeah, gotcha. if you're in the chat, if anybody's in the chat, I haven't got my laptop everyone to me, I'm afraid. I'm still not with that. Oh, hang on. I can hear some noise. I think it's my neighbours downstairs farting around. It's not a delivery man making his way up the stairs. Whoop. So yeah, the beers are bought with some they're IPA. They got this. It's they're called 4 Pure. So FOUP. No, FOURPURE. I'm not. This is not product placement. I'm just recommending something I like personally. Yeah, they got like this IPA called the Shapeshifter IPA, which is quite strong. It's like 6%. I don't usually like IPAs because they taste a bit too close to milds and bitters for me. They're just a bit, blandish flavour. But these are really not. But I think often beers taste nicer for me in bottled or canned form. I have noticed, and there are some, like, I can drink a mild or a bitter from out of a bottle or a can, that when I can't do that in the pub, from a pint. Sitting on a park bench with the can in a paper bag helps your dignity. Just it helps the experience. Just makes you feel, just makes it more enjoyable. Just a recommendation. Yeah, but it's really nice. So yeah, if you see Shapeshifter IPA cans out there, I think Tesco, but actually my local Tesco does have some. I think, which I was like, please have one of their big, like a multi-pack box, because they do that with Piston Head beers. They've got a multi-pack box, which I often buy. Like at the moment, you can get like 2 for £9. But also bought some. They got Last Train stout. I like either very very pale beers or very dark beers. I'm a as in everything else in life, I swing both ways. So yeah, I either like very dark or very light. Anything in between, any milds and bitters or whatever. I really don't like. Unless it's in a bottle, then it might be acceptable. And yeah, these are perfect for me really. So I'll start off with some nice pales and then sink into the last train. And I wake up the next day thinking, oh my god, did I go out into the stairwell and try chatting up my neighbour? Oh no, please say I didn't. And then I have to go into the kitchen to find out what takeaway I ordered, even though I've got takeaway leftovers in the fridge. I then go into my inbox and see what I ordered from Amazon, and then I had a look at my phone to see who I've texted. It's all a nightmare. But if you're a fellow alcoholic, you'll know what I'm talking about. There are too many ways in modern life to embarrass yourself when you're drunk. I'm just like, I try to remove as many as possible. I just if I get drunk, I make sure I have lots of beer at home when I go out to the pub, so that when I start getting drunk, I can go home and fall over there rather than in the pub. Do you know what I should do? I should hide my SIM card or just my phone, in a timed box, in a timed little safe box that will not open until like 8 AM tomorrow. So when I start drinking, or I'm sure you're screaming at the screen now, why don't you just not drink? But it's like, yeah. I'll think about that. But it's fun. And I'm prone to depression, and I've got self-esteem issues, and you know what? When I'm drunk, I just forget all that shit, and I just need that. I don't need it for some reason. And I do take antidepressants and seek counselling. As I'm doing, I'm talking to you people about my woes. For some reason, it does something. All that getting completely melonballed. It's just something that all that doesn't do, and it's just it's It's a crazy feeling. When you overthink life every day, all day, every day, just getting wasted and you're not thinking about stuff and you feel awesome for a few hours. It's just yeah. So that's my reasoning. And yes, having those sort of things do just hurt people around you, but that's why I have done the best to isolate myself from society. I don't talk to my family anymore, I have very few friends. That's for the best. God, I should be crying by now, shouldn't I? That's fine. I really shouldn't be saying all this stuff on here, but it should be fun. I'm getting too deep. Having a fun discussion about a silly indie game. It's turned into a counselling session. Oh, so I'm feeling okay to it. Because I haven't started drinking yet. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. Woo! The coffee's going down quite nicely. I've discovered that cheap coffee tastes a lot better after you've brushed your teeth in the morning, which I haven't failed to do. Probably should have done that before I started, but as I said, I'm pre-shower, so I'm a bit mucky. But I could have. I didn't think this would take that long, so. But yeah, the coffee's not tasting too bad. It's just cheap, instant supermarket crap. I don't do feel good. Which I'm sure any American listeners will be horrified by, because as far as I can tell from popular culture, every house in America has got coffee makers and stuff, whereas in Britain we're big on instant stuff. It's people with coffee makers are the exception to the rule. This is just like cheap supermarket own brand coffee. Costs like three quid for a jar that lasts about a month. And I put 2 spoonfuls of coffee in with my 2 morning coffees. Ooh. I usually have some cheese with it, but I didn't want that to cause issues while I was talking to you fine people. Whoop. Yeah, again, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry, I haven't got my laptop in front of me, so I'm unable to reply, but maybe some other day. I've turned off comments as well for all my videos, because I'm going through a funny phase at the moment where I just don't want to. You're making yourself just, I'm not the most emotionally strong person in the world, and often can't deal with snarky comments from people. And which I haven't got any, to be fair. But you're laying yourself open for that if you have comments or activated, and they're turned off at the moment. I may turn them back on. I was mainly against spam, which was kind of upsetting me just as much, because it was like. It's kind of depressing, because obviously, I'm doing this to try to reach out to people and, hope of making friends and stuff like that. In the era where the internet's full of people who don't want to make friends on the internet, because they already have those people in real life, because everybody has a phone now, so it's not just shy nerds like me. You gotta find new ways to try to connect with people. So just putting yourself out there and letting people come to you is probably a good way of doing it, but of course then you're still inviting douchebags and reactionary people to come screaming at you about something they don't like, and expect you to change your whole life because of something that's sensitive to them. So I just didn't want to open myself to that yet at the moment. But yeah, I found just getting spam was kind of bumming me out, because like I said, I'm doing this to be sociable, but and then you put that effort in, and then all you get is some I don't know, I don't know where they're from, but people just posting links to porn sites on your comments. So it's just like, oh, it's just, you know, it's really. Does that even work? You know, does anybody really answer junk mail? It must work. There must be fucking idiots out there who fall for it because they keep doing it. You know, we've had the internet, the boom of the internet for the past, you know, 25 fucking years, and it's like this. We've been getting junk mail all this time. It must work. So it's to me what says a lot about society aren't the people who send the junk mail. It's clearly the people who are reading it. Otherwise, they wouldn't send the junk mail. It's amazing, isn't it? It's like shopping television. I thought shopping television would have died out with the internet. It's still going, so there's still people who sit there at 4 in the morning ordering crappy jewellery on QVC or whatever, or Gems TV. It's crazy, isn't it? And yeah, it kind of got me down as well, because I report them every time I get it, and although I just noticed that I can like ban posts with any links in them, which I'd done after I'd closed my comments. But it's like, what bothered me was that I looked at like some of the posts I'd banned ages ago, you know, months ago, and their accounts haven't been removed. They're still there, still doing stuff. So I don't know. So clearly YouTube are not doing anything to get rid of these people, and that kind of depressed me because of the amount of effort I was putting into, like, it wasn't that much effort obviously into reporting it, just pressing a few buttons, but it's still like I still have to deal with these pricks, you know, when I really shouldn't be having to, and they're not. YouTube's clearly not dealing with them. So I was like, okay. Should I bother then? Don't know. So, don't know. Maybe they somehow get some sort of ad revenues from those accounts in there. So they, unless it's like really something really bad, then they don't. I should, because I click spam or unwanted commercial stuff, but I'm wondering because they are like links to porn sites. Like if I clicked, I could technically click like sexual content, sexual pornographic content, and that would facilitate a block quicker. You know, it's like the worst. Maybe, you know, maybe they prioritize the things that they do, the accounts they deal with. But the fact that months, the accounts that were spamming me months ago are still there is yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to get in touch, you can't. Shut my doors to the world, just to limit the amount of damage I do on the human race. Just for now. I'm sure I'll feel a bit better in a few weeks or so. Cause I do have big shifts in personality. I have big personality changes over short periods of time. The doctor believes I have like a form of bipolar disorder called cyclothymia. So although I keep asking him about, you know, can I talk to somebody about this, and every time he says, yeah, okay, I'll push a button on this computer and somebody will get in touch eventually, and they never do. So I don't know whether it's he's just pretending or he just forgets. I don't know. That's yeah, NHS is great, but it could do with improving. Let me tell you that. I'm not one of those people that thinks the NHS is completely angelic and without fault. God damn, does it need improving? But I would not want to not have it, if you know what I mean. Right, folks. Okay, I'm going to stop this because I've played enough of it. I'm going to go check that this is actually recorded, because I've probably been chatting to myself for 40 minutes. I might open up something else. I think I'll go freshen up, maybe have a shower, and chat to you fine, beautiful souls ASAPs. Okay. Cheers. Stay Dutch, darlings. Toodles.